Hey, good morning. It is still Deadcember. The last day, day 31. We made it. Woo. Man, I tell you what, it's been a good month. Yeah, it's been a good year. Good month, good year. Well, not everything's been good, but you know what? That's the way it goes. You gotta roll with the punches. 2021. Yeah, mixed bag for sure. You know, looking back on it, actually, it was pretty it was a pretty long year for me. I spent a lot of time in 29 Palms, training, doing my job, which is not where I'm from, not where I live. I live in lovely, beautiful San Clemente, California, and yeah, I spent a significant amount of time in 29 Palms away from my family, so that wasn't great. And then yeah, but kind of strong. And I fought through this like foot injury most of this year, so that was also kind of rough, not being able to run very much. I like running, so that was kind of a bummer not being able to run without pain most of this year. Yeah. Hey, Hexamble. Yeah. Big story, true story. Not coming to talk here today, celebrating New Year's Eve. Hey, no worries. Yeah, because it's about time, right? I think I saw like New Zealand was already celebrating New Year's Eve. They're already into 2022. So yeah, enjoy. Have a good New Year's Eve celebration. Be safe out there. You know, it's been a good year. I feel like it's been a good year. It's been a mixed bag for folks. I know most people are ready to leave 2021 behind, but yeah, not too bad. But hey, today, Deadcember, day 31. This is the last day. I don't really know what I'm going to do after this. Because I started with Squattober in October, and then I was doing Brick House in November, and now we're here. We're doing Deadcember. Hit a big old 30-pound PR last week, so this week we're trying to top that. Trying to top the 30-pound PR from the end of last week. Trying to hit 405 and potentially 415. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Thanks for being here, though, Hexam. Appreciate you. But yeah. Whew, this coffee is something else. This is a dark roast from Black Rifle Coffee Company. Oh my goodness, this coffee is black, like black, like my soul black. Jeez, goodness gracious, this coffee is dark. Wow. But anyway, I'm personally not a huge fan of the darker roasts. Like a French roast or a dark roast or any of that. I'm like, normally not really my thing, because I don't know, it just sometimes it just tastes like dirt. This is normally I just drink my coffee black anyway, with nothing in it, and this I could see myself putting a little creamer in here or something. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying it's that kind of coffee that normally probably I wouldn't just drink it plain without anything added to it. But, hey, we're here already. It's all good. We're doing the thing. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a long 3 months, really, since Squattober. Holder heck. All about the stevia. Ooh, yeah. Actually, I think I have some stevia in the old pantry there. Creamer making the coffee taste like a liquid donut. Yeah, and that's the downside, right? Like, honestly, that's why I like to drink my coffee black, because I hate that feeling like I'm slurping down like a dessert, essentially. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ugh. It just makes me feel gross. At least if I'm drinking, and like I said, I just opened a brand new bag of coffee today, so this is the first time I'm tasting this coffee. Yeah, dark roast for me is not my favorite. My mom loves the French roast from Starbucks. and she will buy like the massive bag of the French roast from Costco, and that's like all she drinks. And I'm like, every time I go over to her house, I'm like, Mom, you need to get yourself like a better. If you're gonna drink dark roast, great, but can you get yourself a better bean, like a better roast? Yeah, blonde roast, the lighter the better. I totally agree, man. Like I feel like the flavor is better, and actually I think I saw like a study showing that the lighter coffee roasts actually have more caffeine in them. It has something to do with the roasting process, like cooks some of the caffeine out of the beans or something like that. It's one of the few things I actually know about coffee is that super dark roast and French roast was just a way for them to remarket and repackage beans that would otherwise not be sold. See, there you go. I feel the same way about blends. So like it blends of any kind. So like coffee blends, even like wine. I'm not a huge fan of the wine blends and stuff like that because A, I just don't like the flavor. But B, a lot of the time they're taking like leftover beans and doing exactly that, like repackaging it, remarketing it. That could be complete BS, but I read it somewhere once and I want it to be true. Honestly, man, I wouldn't be surprised if it were. It probably they just re-roast the beans again, which is why they get so dark. And and they just throw it all in a bag and like, yep, it's good. I don't know. I don't think that, like potentially, I don't think Black Rifle Coffee would do that because they're pretty. They're kind of like coffee snobs over there, you know what I mean? They really love a good cup of coffee, so I don't know. Maybe I don't think they would do that, but whatever it is about the dark roast, man, I'm just not a fan in general. This is about as good as it gets when it comes to dark roast. I'm obviously I'm gonna drink it all. Don't you worry about that. Yeah. But yeah, blonde roast, light roast, even just a regular like medium roast. I'm down with all those options. Those are all good to go in my book. But yeah, and of course I'm always making my coffee in a French press, and I've done that. Man, I've made coffee in a French press since like 2014 or 2015, something like that. So it's been a while. I've been making my coffee via the French press for a long time, and the flavor of coffee that is not made that way, it's just you can't really compare, because when you run coffee through a filter of any kind, you're losing some of the oils and some of the stuff that comes in the coffee when you brew it, and when it goes through a paper filter. The paper filter will catch some of that stuff, right? So you're not getting the full coffee flavor when you brew the coffee using paper filters or drip coffee or whatever it may be, right? And French press, absolute best, so smooth. I mean, I know other people like pour over or AeroPress or whatever. Name your other method of brewing coffee. But yeah, I definitely. Obviously, I'm biased. I prefer the French press. I think that's the way to go, personally. And the other thing that I really like about the French press is I can buy one of those like 20-ounce French press, right? And that's enough coffee for me as one person, right? But if I had, if I had 2 or 3 guests over, I could pour about 6 to 8 ounces of coffee for 3 or 4 people, right? So I can give high quality coffee to people in a relatively short amount of time without any issues, and it's easy to clean up. You don't have to buy paper filters. I don't know. I think that it's the way to go. That's just me personally. But if you're making coffee for more than 4 people, yeah, maybe doing like a drip coffee is the way to go. Maybe, I don't know. Doing a pour over or doing something else that produces more coffee might be the way to go. I don't know. But typically I am not serving more than 1 or 2 people coffee. It's just very rare that I have people over for breakfast and that I give all of those people coffee as well on top of serving them breakfast. It's not something I do very often. So, yeah. Yeah, this is just fuel to the fire here. This is all this is. A little caffeine. I actually put a little collagen in my coffee as well. Not in this one, but in the coffee mug that I've got right there. I'll throw a little collagen in there just to get a little bit of calories, a little protein in there. Just something to hold me over through the morning. Because typically, I don't eat a whole lot in the morning. Just generally speaking, I'm not that hungry in the morning. So I might have, I'll throw a little collagen in my coffee, and then I might have some sort of snack, whether it's a Greek yogurt or, sometimes I'll even make like a little bowl of Greek yogurt. Do like plain Greek yogurt with a little bit of, powdered peanut butter, maybe some fruit, mix that up, and then that's breakfast, give more or less. So typically I'm just coffee for breakfast, more or less. That's it. But yeah, man, New Year's Eve upon us already. The past yes, this year has flown by, but it also hasn't really. I feel like this year has been strange because it was like slow start, or at least for me personally, very slow start to the year, and then once May hit. I had some really good vacations in May in that time frame, and then it was boom, wow, it's October. I'm like, holy crap, what happened to June, July, August? All those months just flew by, and then boom, September, October hit, and then the past 3 months has been, it's gone by quickly, but also not so much. It's been a long 3 months. This month in particular, it's probably just because they had the 31 days in there. It's been a pretty long month, but we made it. Tomorrow is January 1st, 2022. Very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. I saw somebody was streaming from New Zealand. I was watching it this morning, and they're already shooting off fireworks, and New Year's Day is hitting. It is already January 1st, 2022. In certain other parts of the world, so that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. See folks celebrating as it hits each time zone. We still got plenty of time before that happens here on the West Coast, though. No worries. I'm not in a rush. I'm not gonna stay up for it because tomorrow. I'm going to the Rose Bowl football game. Gonna go watch the Ohio State University, play Utah, the Utes, University of Utah. So that's gonna be cool. I went to the Rose Bowl a couple years ago when Wisconsin played Oregon, and that was a really cool experience. So I'm gonna go again this year. Looking forward to it. I think it would be a fun time. Go up to Pasadena tomorrow. Beautiful place. It's kind of nestled into a little valley where the Rose Bowl is located at. Nestled into a little valley there. It's just such a famous venue. I don't know. If you follow college football, the Rose Bowl is nicknamed the granddaddy of them all, which is kind of ironic because the football playoff is not being held at the Rose Bowl. So it's the four biggest teams, the four most important teams in college football right now, none of them are going to play at the Rose Bowl this year. I think the one game's in Dallas, and then I don't know where the other game is at. So it's Alabama's playing Cincinnati, I think? Somebody random. So Alabama and Cincinnati are playing each other, and then I forget, I'm assuming it's going to be Georgia and somebody else playing. I honestly have not paid that much attention to college football this year. Oh, Michigan, that's who it is. Michigan and I think Georgia are going to play each other. So that'll be interesting. I think Michigan could potentially win it all this year, which I know will make Ohio State fans very upset. Very upset. That's all right. They'll live with it. It'll be okay. It's just football. American football for any of my foreign listeners / viewers. Yeah, the college football championship games confuse the hell out of me. I just know there's a championship game, then like a bunch of different bowl games of varying importance. Yeah, I mean, really, you know, the bowl system has never really made a whole lot of sense to me personally. Yeah, I don't understand it. I feel like just some sort of championship tournament should be the deciding factor, right? Play a tournament, get the best teams together, play a tournament, make them play each other, see who's the best at the end of the day. You know, it's going to take a few weeks to find out who the winner is, but I personally think that's the best way to do it. You know, and you could conceivably start in the second week of December. I mean, they have bowl games pretty much throughout the whole month of December, you know. And, you know, if it's a bowl game early in December or in the middle of December, it's probably not that important, right? Really, the only bowl games that matter are the New Year's Day bowl games or the ones that occur in like the first. It really, if it happens in December, it's probably not an important bowl game. If it happens January 1st through whatever, then it's probably important. Well, important is relative, right? Because if you're not one of the top 4 teams, you're really just getting a consolation game essentially, and the idea is that everyone gets some sort of bowl game, and it's a money-making tool for those teams that didn't wind up in the big game, essentially. Yeah. Yes, exactly, Holder. Exactly. So essentially the bowl system is just designed to give the fans one last game at the end of the year, probably somewhere in a neutral site, probably in a nicer climate. You know, so if you're a team that plays in the Northeast, Midwest, or like the Pacific Northwest, but most of these bowl games are going to be somewhere down south where it's warmer. You know, we're talking California, Arizona, Florida, Texas, Georgia, etc. Like, you know, warmer climates. Generally speaking, that's not always true. I know that there's like a bowl game that's held in Yankee Stadium, which is kind of cool, but also kind of like, I don't know. If it were me, and I was in college once, and I played sports too, and I hated practicing in the cold, playing in the cold, all that stuff. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to do that. So I would be super bummed, personally, if I was like, oh yeah, we got a bowl game. We're going to New York City. I'm like, oh, come on. Like, this isn't the time of year. Can we go to Miami? Can we go to Miami? Come on, man. Hook it up. Give me the bowl game that I want. I mean, I never played football, but I played lacrosse in college and high school and all that good stuff. So, yeah, in lacrosse, it's not as bad because early season is what sucks, right? So we start our season in January, which is brutal, especially in the Northeast. January, February is rough from a weather perspective. But then once you hit like March, April, then it's like, all right, not so bad. And then really the end of the tournament, the NCAA tournament at least, starts like the very beginning of May and runs through the end of May. So that by the time you hit May, the weather is nice. It's good weather in the Northeast by the time you hit May. But yeah, I hate seeing those early games for lacrosse in January and February where there's snow and it's just like snow everywhere. Either the snow is on the field or it's in huge piles around the field. You know, I'm like, nah, that's not for me, bro. Like, can we go to a warmer climate? Hence why, you know, the Marine Corps is kind of nice because there are very few places I'm going to go where it's that cold, right? Like, okay, DC area gets cold, but outside of that, like North Carolina doesn't really get that cold. Here in Camp Pendleton, California, definitely does not get that cold. I mean, this is about as cold as it gets. It is, what, 55 degrees right now? Yeah, it's like 50s, in the 50s, so not too bad. But yeah, college football is a little strange because, like I said, if you don't get one of the quote-unquote big championship games, you're essentially getting a consolation prize. You're getting a consolation prize, like, hey, you had a good season, you can have like one end of the season game, and then I think the NCAA, your university gets paid out for that. Like there's an exchanging of cash that occurs there. Like NCAA gets their cut for like hosting the game or whatever, and then obviously you got sponsors that will sponsor the game, and then whatever. I'm sure the universities get paid for the attendance and sales, ticket sales, and all that kind of stuff. So it's all about the money. And then you got college basketball over there that just has like the most ginormous tournament of all time. And there's like, 100 teams that get to play in this massive tournament. Which is cool. Holder, enjoy. Man, heading to work on New Year's Eve. I love it. All right, man. Well, you have a great day. Hope you have a great New Year's Eve, New Year's, all the good things. Wish you all the best of luck in 2022. Should be a good time. I'll see you. Have a good one, man. Thanks for popping in. So, I did watch the first episode of Book of Boba Fett. Finally. Watched it yesterday. Well, I say finally. Like it took me so long to watch it. So the first episode of Book of Boba Fett came out on Wednesday, and I watched it yesterday. So a little bit of a delay. I didn't watch it the day it came out. I wanted to, but it just didn't work out, which is fine. Watched it yesterday, and whew, I'll tell you, this is gonna be good. I'm really excited. Episode 1 was solid. There's the action was kind of meh. The action was okay. It wasn't great, but the story, what they're setting up for this series, I'm very excited to see what happens, because it looks really. I'm not gonna reveal anything of what happened or the details. All I'm gonna say is, I like the direction they're taking this. I think that it's going to be really cool. And I think episode 2 coming out next week, Boba Fett is going to wreck some fools. Wreck. Straight up. Get wrecked. And Boba Fett's going to deliver. So, yeah. All I'm going to say is, so episode 1, there's some people acting a fool, not knowing what Boba Fett's all about, and they're going to find out. Yeah, they messed around. They're going to find out in episode 2. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, so very exciting stuff. I'm ready. My body is ready. I'm like, oh yeah, Book of Boba Fett. Let's do this. Let's do it. Oh man. And then I'm also excited for Demon Slayer. This Sunday, new episode coming out. We still haven't figured out what happened to Zenitsu. So if you haven't been watching season 2 of Demon Slayer, you need to, first off. And second off, Zenitsu kind of disappeared in episode 3. We don't really know what happened to him yet, so hopefully we find out in episode 5, because episode 4 didn't say anything about what happened to Zenitsu. And then, Tanjiro is about to do battle. He is in over his head, and he is about to, he's gonna fight. So, hopefully that goes well for him because he's a little bit in over his head. Oh man, Godspeed, Tanjiro. I'm gonna try to keep try to keep the rest relatively short between sets here. Just doing singles, working up to my old max. Well, I'm gonna go 5 pounds over my old max, which was 370. Then I'm gonna hit 405, which would be a PR. So last week I hit 400 pounds as my PR. So I'm gonna do a big jump from 375 to 405. I'm just gonna get straight to it because I already hit the PR last week. So there's no point for me to like incrementally jump. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do, because 370 is my old max. So last week I hit like 370, then I hit 375, and then I hit 370, then I hit 380, 390, and then I hit 400. So there's no point in me doing that again this week because I already hit 400. So I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go hit 375, hit a single, and then boom, jump to 405. Hit that 405. If I get 405, I'm gonna attempt 415, and then if it happens, it happens. Great. If it doesn't happen, then whatever. No big deal. I'm already winning. Hashtag winning over here. Tiger blood and everything. I don't know how many people know that reference. Does anyone remember that when Charlie Sheen lost his stuff, like lost his mind? It's all the cocaine he was doing or something. And then he did that interview with I can't remember who he did the interview with, but he was like, I can't remember what he was like plugging. It was like maybe some TV show he was on or a movie. I can't remember, but he just went high and to the right, lost his stuff, and just was like saying a bunch of nonsense. He was like, yeah, I'm winning, like hashtag winning because I got tiger blood, and like all this craziness. Anyway, I don't know. I'm rambling now, but it was it produced a lot of buzz on Twitter at the time, and those hashtags kind of stuck around for a while. So I don't know. I guess if you're not a millennial, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. Yo, Snill, what's going on, man? Do you remember that? You remember when Charlie Sheen like lost his crap and all those like memes came out and all the hashtags came out of that weird interview he did like years ago? Anyway, the agenda today is we're going to attempt a PR on my deadlift again. So last week, so I'm doing Deadlift December, aka Deadcember from Soren X. So I've been deadlifting this whole month. Every day that I work out Monday, I've been working out Monday through Friday, and every single workout starts with deadlift. A deadlift of some kind, whether it's snatch grip, deficit, block pull, etc. Name your deadlifting style. It starts with some sort of deadlift of varying volume and intensity, and with the goal of PRing your deadlift, right? So last week, we were programmed a PR attempt because they wanted us to hit our PR for deadlift before Christmas, right? So last week on Friday, I hit a 30-pound PR. So I went from 370 pounds to 400 pounds. This week, you're getting a second attempt, right? So the way they programmed it, they said, hey, look, we're gonna make you attempt a PR before Christmas. And then if you're, because a lot of people don't have access to a gym between Christmas and New Year's because they're traveling, they're with family, etc., right? I don't have that problem because obviously I got the garage gym and I'm not traveling this year, so I'm good. So for me, it was like, hey, business as usual. Hit the PR last week, and then this week, continued working out, did the program that they prescribed, and today is redemption day, aka second PR attempt. So right now, my plan is, I gotta hit another deadlift in a second here, but we're gonna just jump up to 375, which is 5 pounds over my original max from the start of the month, and then I'm gonna attempt to hit 405, which is 4 pounds over what I hit last week, and then if that works out, then I'm gonna attempt 415, and then I'm probably gonna call it from there. I think 415. If I can hit 415, that would be huge, because I mean, that would be, what, a 45-pound PR? That's monster. That's monstrous. That's a huge PR. that's a really big PR. So yeah, that's what I got on the docket today. What you got going on, Snill? What are you up to today? Did you already work out on New Year's Eve, ending the year right? I don't know, man. I've always, the past few years, actually, I think I've worked out on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. The past few years, I've done some sort of workout both days. So I think I don't know. I try to stay consistent as much as possible. So like last year, earlier workout is done, doing farmers tonight, like farmers carries. Doing a bunch of farmers carries tonight. I like that. Farmers carries are so good, and I feel like not enough people do them, you know? Because it's not immediately clear what farmers carries are doing for people, right? But you know, you're getting a little bit of aerobic capacity there. You're getting a little bit of stability through your midline, right? Through the middle of your body. Yeah. 450 on farmers carries? We'll see how I feel. Dang. That would be dope. That's pretty good. That's real good. Yeah. That would be tight, man. Oh, total? Yeah. I got you. Dude, so what are your goals right now? Are you training for anything? I am not. I just like lifting. Yeah, I'm not training for a powerlifting meet. Not training for really anything in specific. I'm just a guy that likes working out in the garage. That's it. I like to stay strong if I can. Yeah. What about you, man? Are you training for anything? You doing? You just like you like a specific training style or anything like that? There's like a mixed bag. The one thing that I haven't seen on Twitch very much is there's not a whole lot of Olympic weightlifters. You know what I mean? Like you see your fair share of the powerlifters. You got your bodybuilders. You know, you got the yogis out there. What else? You got some people that are kind of training for some generic, like general health and wellness. I think I kind of fit in that category, you know. Because I'm not really training for anything specific. I just like working out, right? And I'm not really trying to bodybuild per se. If I get a little muscle mass, great, but not really my goal. Yeah, I'm gonna hit this next rep. 260, 295. But yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. I never really thought about it before. I mean, I've even seen some strongman stuff on Twitch, but no Olympic weightlifters. I have not seen a single one. At least not that I know of. I mean, maybe there are some out there that I haven't seen it. But yeah, I can imagine Olympic weightlifting being pretty good for Twitch. You know, it's it's a little bit more technical than your average. Your average power sport, if you will. I don't know though, because like strongman's got a lot of technical stuff, and yeah, powerlifting seems relatively simple, relatively straightforward, but there's a lot of nuance there. So, yeah, I don't know. Snill, so are you on like 2-a-days right now, man? Because I feel like every time you popped in here, you've been like, yeah, I just finished my morning workout. This afternoon, I'm doing X, Y, Z, or the other. I'm like, man, this guy's on 2-a-days? Nice. I used to do stuff like that, but I just haven't had the time lately to do that. So, but generally speaking, I would do some sort of aerobic activity and I'll like lift. First thing in the morning, I'll come in here and I'll lift, and then in the afternoon, around lunchtime, I'll go for a run, I'll go for a bike, swim, a little hike, etc. So that's kind of what I would do. And most of my like second workouts, right, is just very low impact, or try to keep it as low impact as possible. Yeah, and my workout is like strongman, powerlifting, fitness, barbell, etc. Yeah, I gotcha. So it's a mixed bag. I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it just seems odd to me. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, man, I haven't seen any like Olympic weightlifters. I don't know. I guess all the Olympic weightlifters are still on Instagram, I guess. I don't know. But it seems like Olympic weightlifting had a period where it was very, very popular. And I think now powerlifting has kind of become, I don't know, maybe this is my perspective, because I know powerlifting, especially out here in Southern California, is very popular. Yeah, I stick to the giant sets for the weights. I got you. Alright, so we got 290, D35. Yeah, today should be a good day. Relatively short. Just try to get up to this set another PR. 1 week, 2 PRs. That's what we're shooting for right now. We'll see what happens. It feels pretty good so far. I mean, the weight's moving. The weight's moving pretty well. Stayed up a little bit later last night. Had a couple beverages with some fellow streamers. Was hanging out on a buddy's stream. Barcodius. It's a good dude. But yeah, any New Year's Eve plans there, Snill. Just working out. Thick. Yeah. Hostile, hey, what's going on? Yeah, feeling very thick today. Faux show. Feeling strong. You know, a couple beers last night, but still feeling good. Ready to get this PR today. But again, I already hit a PR last week, so I'm not super concerned about hitting a big PR again this week, you know. If it happens, it happens. It is what it is. Not very worried at all. Which is probably a good place to be. I feel like that's a good spot for me to be. But like I was saying earlier, it's kind of interesting how like some of these, how the fads kind of come and go, right? And not fads. It's just certain things come in and out of style, right? You know, back in the 2012 to like 2014 time frame, it was like CrossFit was super popular. And then I think from like 2014 to like 2016, 2017, that's when like Olympic weightlifting was very, very popular because I think people got burnt out on CrossFit. So then they're like, we're going to go do Olympic weightlifting. We like that. And then now, I don't know, maybe it's just my perspective. I feel like powerlifting, especially like raw powerlifting, is super popular right now. So I don't know. That's just my perspective. It's just kind of interesting to see how some of those different sports and styles ebb and flow in popularity. Very interesting to me. All right, 330. What was that? 330? 335. We'll go 375. Let's see. So 315. So, hold on. Oh, okay, got it. I just had a moment there where I'm like trying to do math in my head. My brain isn't ready to think yet. So wait, if I do 25, so that's 50 pounds. So it's 315. So that's 65, 365. I still need another like 10 pounds on this thing. Alright. 65, then 75. I'm gonna hit 375 here. There we go. Alright, perfect. Whew. Yeah, math is hard first thing in the morning, so don't worry about that. That little guy, don't worry about it. Easy day. I figured it out. It took me a little longer than I wanted, but it's all good. It's all good. Definitely going to throw on a belt and some chalk on my hands for this guy. That last rep felt a little heavy. But again, I haven't been using any kind of hook grip or anything. I've just been grabbing the bar straight up overhand, so not too bad. Not too bad of a lift for just, pulling the bar up off the ground, overhand grip. Yeah, I like that. That's strong, very strong. In my opinion. I don't know. I'll like straps, for example. I'll use straps. I have them and I use them. It's just I will not use them if I am deadlifting or pull. Like really, the only time I'm going to use straps if I'm doing Romanian deadlifts and I'm shooting for like a higher volume, specifically to get after like my hamstrings. So if I'm trying to focus on hamstrings, then I will use straps because I don't want my grip strength to give out while I'm busy, focusing in on my hamstrings and whatnot. But if I'm deadlifting and my goal is to pick up as heavy a weight as possible, you gotta have some grip strength to do that. So that's why I will rarely use straps for deadlifts. All right. Anywho, I'm gonna pull this way. All right. Nice. Okay, that was 375. So I want to go, what is that? I want to hit 405. Okay. So 365, 75, 85, 95. Whatever. 405. Yeah, just in general, I'm not a huge fan of straps. I feel that they will handicap your grip strength a little bit. However, if you don't care about strength, if you're focused on hypertrophy and you're all about like, hey, I don't care how big my deadlift is or whatever, I'm just trying to get muscle growth. Well, muscle growth, you're shooting for some time under tension, right? You want to have the bar in your hands, in motion. You want to have your muscles under tension as long as possible. Well, your grip strength's going to give out if you're trying to train that way and go train maximally. So straps are a good idea, in my opinion. But overall, I think for the general population, it's not really something most folks should be using. That's just my opinion, obviously. It's like, hey, get hard hands, all right? Like, get some chalk on your hands, get some calluses. It'll be all right. Like, you'll not a huge deal. And at the end of the day, you can always just get a manicure, get your hands taken care of, if you're worried about your hands getting too tough. I would just say, speaking of soft hands, my man, ooh, actually, look at this. Looks like one of my calluses is like kind of coming off a little bit. Didn't even notice that. Anyway, my man, Al Roker, I shook his hand once, and dude has the softest hands. Softer than a baby's backside. All right, like he makes a baby's backside look like lumberjack hands. All right, I'm just saying, like Al Roker, dude has soft ass hands. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, he probably just goes home every night and just like bathes his hands in like lotion or something. I don't know how he does it. Like his hands are freaking like soft as hell. And it was in the wintertime too. So like, in the wintertime, I met him in New Jersey in the wintertime, and freaking, it's cold in New Jersey, right? Like you have to, like, you're probably gonna want to use lotion anyway because your skin is gonna dry out because it's so cold. But yeah, dude had some freaking soft hands. Like I couldn't even describe it. Like it was so, I shook his hand and I was like in disbelief at how soft dude's hands were. I'm just saying. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying that's the facts. All right. Like if he, I don't know what he did to get those hands so soft. I would like to know because it was almost like a modern miracle. Like how did you do that, bro? How did you do it? I need to know. For science, of course. All right. So we got 405. I'm going to attempt 405. 375 felt pretty heavy just now. So if I can hit 405, I might just call it a day. I don't know if 415 is in the cards today. It would be great if it were, but I don't know. 405 felt pretty good. 405 felt more than enough, but we're gonna attempt, or excuse me, 375. 375 felt pretty tough, but we're gonna attempt 405 right now. We'll do it right now. If I can hit 405, that'd be good. Yeah, slim thick. Let's go. All right. Oy. Nah, that's not happening. I could switch my grip up and probably get it, but it's not worth it. Damn. That's alright. I'm still happy, you know. I have a 30-pound PR. Hit 400 last week, so I'm good with it. I'm good with that. That's it. That's the end of Deadcember. Deadcember didn't end with a bang that much, but that's alright. Like I said, still hit a pretty big PR. Went up to 400 pounds. 400 pounds with a hook grip, I feel like it's pretty solid. I think that's a solid lift. Especially for me, like I don't really deadlift that often, so all things considered, I'm pretty happy with this. Fail at 405. Whatever. I hit 400 last week, so no worries, no concern. And to be fair, I was like drinking beers last night, staying up a little later, so I wasn't taking this that seriously. Like if I were, I would have gone to bed at like 9 and been up and ready to roll at 5:30, ready to rock and roll. But that was not in the cards today. So yeah, no worry, no concerns here. I hope you all have a great New Year's. Hostile hint. Any New Year's Eve plans, traditions, etc.? Yo, Eagle Scout, what's going on, man? There we go. Where'd my other clip go? Ah, there it is. Boom. Alright. To be honest, haven't gone to the gym yet. Waiting for it to warm up, so it won't be so slick for my aunt to take me. Yeah, I got you. I might switch to PC here in a second. No worries. Feels like Christmas was just yesterday, not last week. Yeah, man, big facts. Big facts. This week has just flown by. You know, I would like to also say that this year has flown by as well, but I don't really feel that way this year. I don't know why. Last year felt like it just like, boom, flew by, and then boom, the year was done. And for whatever reason, this year just not the case. Not the case this year. Very strange. But yeah, Eagle Scout, I don't know if you saw it, but I attempted 405 and did not succeed. It is what it is. Hey, I'm all right. I'm still happy. This has been a great year. Hit a monster squat PR, not squat-tober, 30-pound PR, and then just hit a monster, again, 30-pound PR on my deadlift back in a week ago. So, went for 405 today because I was like, I hit 400 last week. Let's see if I can top that, hit 405, and it just wasn't in the cards today. I didn't sleep enough last night. Also, I was having some adult beverages, so that doesn't help as well. Today was not my day, but I wasn't worried about it either because I already hit that big PR last week. So today would have been icing on the cake. However, no worries. Wasn't super concerned. This year has flown by, but not at the same time to me. Yeah, I feel you. I didn't see it, to be honest. I came on to you moving weights around. Yeah, no, I was just cleaning up. Yeah, I hit 375, and that felt pretty heavy. 375 was heavy. I was like, I might be in trouble here. And then I jumped up to 405, and I got the bar moving off the ground, and then it maybe went a couple inches off the ground, and then at that point I was like, nope, not happening. So it's like, fudge. Yeah, what I meant was, fuck, go. But no worries. Again, hey, it's been a successful month. Really successful. I've been very, very consistent. Whoa, heads up. I've been very, very consistent in the gym for the past 3 months, really, since October 1st. So yeah, I did 120 conventional deadlift, and it felt a bit light to me. Yeah, maybe go put more weight on the bar then, or do more reps, whatever you want to do. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. Get that today is arms and whatever kind of day for my plan. Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, a little Friday arm pump. Absolutely. I might try doing a bit heavier than that, but yeah. All right. I feel that. Gotta end the week on a high note. Hit the arms real good. Yeah, I feel that 100%. Get that good pump going for the weekend. Yeah, New Year's Eve too. I saw some of the streamers out in like New Zealand and really way out there. Some of them are already celebrating New Year's. It's already 2022 in some parts of the world right now. Pretty wild to think about. Saturday and Sunday are my rest days. Yeah, usually I just train every day of the week, honestly. So typically Monday through Friday is obviously, I will be here in the gym working out before work. And then Saturday, Sunday, Sunday I'll try to go for a swim or whatever, but Saturday and Sunday I'll still train most days. Hello there. Good morning. Come on in, bud. What you got, dude? You got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? You gonna come inside or are you just gonna mess with the door? Is that door smacking you? Yeah, okay, alright. You say hi? Hi. Europe is a day ahead of us almost. Yeah. Some people in the UK. Morning. Yeah, morning. Oh, don't go over that way, you knucklehead boy. Come over here. Did you want to say hi to the camera? You can wait. The camera's up there. You see it? Yeah, you're silly. My co-host has arrived, as you can see. What are you doing? Why do you have that? Come over this way. Ugh. Stop hitting me. Oh my god. God. Oh my goodness. That kind of hurts. Yeah. This guy's already. Put that in perspective. It is 6:30 here. This is like every day. Get out of here. Come on. Scoot. Scoot. You boy. Alright, I'm gonna pinch you. And get you. Yeah, 6:30 in the morning. Already ready to rock and roll. I love it. For those of you in the chat that are lurking and thinking about having kids, this is what you have to look forward to. You have to work. I don't work out at 5:30 because I want to. Okay. You think I'm a psychopath that likes getting up this early? I don't like this. You know. I have to get up this early. Then these kids get up at like 6:30 and start spanking you with random stuff. I'm like, stop it. Right? Yeah, he's trying to give me the big old command spank there. Damn. That's what you have to look forward to. You want some kids? All right, good to go. Careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. That being said, they're great. They're great kids. I got 2 of them. They're good boys so far. You know, they haven't done anything really dumb. You know, but hey, when you're little, you got little problems, right? You got little problems, and then you get bigger, and then you got big problems. You know what I'm saying? So that's big facts. Good morning, Nanera. What's going on? Good to see you. Dude, Nanera, how fun. That was so much fun last night. Nanera and I were on Barcodius' stream with some other awesome streamers, and we were just shooting the shit. I hope you're feeling better this morning. I know you had a little bit of vertigo there at the end, so I hope you're feeling a little bit better. Get some sleep. Probably helped out quite a bit. Yeah. I was just commenting that my children are already up. The little one, my smallest, was just in here, like smacking me with this Nerf like thing. Anyway, yeah. Last night was a blast. Feeling so much better. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yeah. You're wanting some kids because of that? No, that's a big no, dog. Don't have no kids. I mean, they're great, but yeah, I think I just needed some rest. Yeah, we all hit that point, you know. Well, I was just commenting too that I already hit that 30-pound PR last week. So this morning I'm like, you know what? I'll try for 405, see what happens. I hit 375, and that felt pretty heavy. And I was like, this doesn't feel good. And then I went for 405. I jumped up to 405, and I went to go pick the bar up off the ground, and it moved like a couple inches. And then it was like, nope, this is not happening today. So boom, you know. It's all good because I already hit that PR last week, so I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. I'm happy. It's been a good year. You know, December, great month. Really, the past 3 months, I've been very, very consistent in the gym. So, yeah, I have deadlifts here in a few hours. Nice. Very exciting stuff. Yeah, I got to get that New Year's Eve workout in, right? I got to finish the year on a high note. And then the trick is working out on New Year's Day. That's the hard part, right? So you got to start on a high note too. You know what I'm saying? More excited about tomorrow's workout. Yes. What's for tomorrow? What you got? My cousin got pregnant at 16. Dang, from someone over 18. Ooh, yikes. And my cousin's parents didn't care about the age difference. Whoa. Ooh, yikes. That's a. I don't have any comments on that. I'll just I mean. You know, it's funny because teen pregnancy used to be like a problem back in like the back in like the 90s, 1990s, and going into the early 2000s. Teen pregnancy was like a big problem. And you know what caused a big factor in driving teen pregnancy down? It's think about it. Yeah, they aren't together anymore. Yeah, imagine that, right? But a big factor and driving teen pregnancy down was My Pregnant Teenage Life or whatever. There's like a reality show that was all about like these girls that got pregnant in high school, like in their teen years, and a lot of young girls would watch that reality show, and that was like a huge factor in driving down teen pregnancy. Yeah, people realizing that pregnancy sucks and kids are hard. Yeah, but you know, when you're a teenager and your hormones are hitting you, you don't think about any of that stuff because you don't have any perspective of how hard it is to A, be pregnant, and B, have kids and take care of children. So the reality show painted that picture of what life is like to be pregnant and to have a kid, have a child, and it's hard. Like being a mom is not for the weak. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be tough to be mom. That's a fact. Big facts. Yeah. That's right. Virtual 5K and the volume DLs. Yeah, I think we actually talked about that last night. I remember now. They aren't together. Yeah. The dad was very controlling of her. Well, hey, you know, I mean, you could try that approach, right? Like trying to control your kids only works up to a certain point because then they're going to rebel, especially in the teenage years. The rebellion, yeah, that's going to happen. You know, I don't have teenagers yet, but I was a teenager once, and that is definitely a thing. Yeah. One of my other cousins had to raise her brother as a mother. Ooh, since the true parents didn't pay much attention to him. Damn. She more of a mom to him than his actual mom. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's sad. So part of why I wasn't feeling well last night, I didn't eat dinner. Dang it, Nanera. Dang it. Come on, girl. We were talking all that. See, that's what it was. We spent like an hour talking about food, and you got hungry, and you didn't eat, and then you're like, oh, crap, now the room is spinning. Well, no crap. Come on, Nanera. What are you doing, girl? I need to load up this morning for breakfast. Yeah, you got to eat some breakfast. If you haven't eaten yet, you got to get something. Got to get something, girl. Come on. I'm not going to lie. I've been eating like everything in sight for the past like week. So I really got to dial it in and get my crap together. Oh, okay. And I met the guy who was controlling on my cousin. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I need a little, yeah. I didn't eat, then I chugged a drink. Yeah, good to go. In my defense, I was planning to eat late because I taught a stretching class at 7:30. I try not to eat before that. Okay. Fair enough. Very well. Fair enough. Yeah. I don't know. Like I was talking about this earlier. Normally, my breakfast is like, this is breakfast. This is my coffee, you know? Yogurt and food. Yeah, yogurt and food. No, that's a big no-no. But typically, breakfast is like coffee. I'll put some collagen in my coffee, and then maybe I'll have some like Greek yogurt or like a very light snack for breakfast. And I normally don't eat a whole lot until lunch. So then lunch, I'll have my first kind of big meal. And then dinner is like my largest meal of the day, normally. So that's when I'm like, and I count macros. So dinner time is when I'm like, all right, cool. I got to hit all my macros that I have left for the day. That's when I normally will eat it. And I wouldn't describe it as like intermittent fasting. It's not really, because I'll still eat throughout the day. It's just my breakfast and lunch are normally not that big. It's like dinner that's big for me. Yeah, I'm not a big breakfast person. Usually lunch is the most calories for me. I got you. One time I was going to a popcorn selling thing for the Scouts, and I didn't eat at all that day. I went over halfway through the day, didn't eat anything beforehand. I was so damn shaky, and my grandma noticed, and when I told her I hadn't eaten yet, she took me to Sonic right away. Yeah, Sonic will definitely cure that. You get some calories at Sonic, for sure. I need to fuel 2-hour deadlift workout. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. You better make sure you eat some good food for that. Yeah, that's the first time I ever had Sonic. So Sonic is like hit or miss, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've definitely been to Sonic and gotten some food that was not that great. You know, Sonic's hit or miss. Not my favorite place, but it works in a pinch, right? And you don't have, they bring the food out to you. You can just eat it right there in your car. It's fine. Especially if you're at the ones where they're still rolling around on roller skates and stuff. That's pretty cool. I like that. It's kind of a gimmicky thing, but it's still fun. Sonic chili cheese is a weakness. Yes, I know it's terrible, but still, yeah. I get look. I'm not gonna judge you because that sounds good to me. And so there's a Sonic like literally a quarter mile from my house. It's right here on base. There's a Sonic right there, and it's a miracle that I don't go there more often because it is so convenient. I could walk there. My problem with Sonic is how they use paper cups. Okay. I don't know that I've ever seen them use paper cups. Although that being said, I don't really go to Sonic all that often either. So maybe they do, and I just never noticed because I don't really go there that much. I have no idea. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. But Nanero, we had a good group last night. It's pretty cool, folks. Cam, I don't think I've really ever interacted with Cam Can Cook. I think I'm pretty sure I follow him. And the other girl, I've never met her before too. So, but yeah, solid group all around. Very funny stuff. I love that Barcodius was like, all right, I'm out. I'm gonna go get some food. You guys got it. Take over the stream. It's like, all right, we got you, fam. we'll take over the stream for a bit. Yeah, good stuff. Well, you missed the other day. Barcodius and I were talking like Marine Corps stuff, and yeah, that's a topic near and dear to both of our hearts because yeah, that Marine Corps life it can be tough, man. It cheer you up and spit you out, but yeah, it can be very tough. I might try to stream later tonight too. I don't know if I have time. I mean, I have the day off. We'll see what the welcome back, Eagle Scout. We'll see what the family has planned for today. I don't think we have a whole lot of New Year's plans. I'm gonna make a big old tri-tip. I'm gonna smoke that bad boy in my smoker, and then I am going to throw it on the cast iron and sear it. So do a reverse sear on there. I'm gonna throw it in the smoker for a couple hours, then boom, right on the cast iron, sear that bad boy. Yeah, tri-tip, man. Tri-tip. Not just the tip. Tri-tip, right? It's cut a steak. That's it. You know, tri-tip is not a thing if you're out on the East Coast. Like, you will, yes, they have it, but you won't really see it very much. Out here on the West Coast, like, tri-tip is very common. Very popular, very common. I don't know why. It is what it is. It is what it is. Ooh, you know what I should do? I should make some tacos out of that tri-tip. I should get some tortillas, or I can make tortillas. Ooh, that's what I should do. I should make tortillas, make some corn tortillas, make some tacos, get a little bit of like cabbage or something, chop that up, you know, slice it or whatever, and then throw a little sauce on there, some cheese, some tri-tip. Oh my God. Oh, that sounds so good right now. I'm in the Midwest. I don't remember ever hearing about tri-tip, to be honest. Yeah, it's not a thing unless, if you're in the West Coast, it's a thing. But outside of the West Coast, not a thing. Shut it. You're making me hungry. So, all right, one more food thing, and then I will move on from food. So, I like to smoke brisket as well. So, Nanera, we were talking about barbecue last night. If I'm barbecuing something, if I'm smoking something in my smoker, definitely my top choice is brisket, 100%. You know, I like I'll smoke pork shoulder or pork butt. I'll smoke ribs, wings, tri-tip, etc. But brisket is king. Like, brisket is like my number one top choice every time, right? So and obviously, if I'm smoking a brisket, it's not just gonna be like me and my wife and my kids eating the brisket, because that's a lot of meat. Okay, I've smoked a 20-pound brisket before. Like, it's a ton of meat, right? You got to give that stuff away. You just can't eat it all. So I'll do a brisket for a big party or whatever, or freeze it. I don't know. The flavor's just not the same when you freeze it. But yes, you could do that hypothetically. But what I'll do is I have a big old party, right? I have all my neighbors over, throw the brisket in there. And one time I did brisket tacos, so smoked brisket tacos, right? I made made a bunch of tortillas, made a lot of almost everything from scratch, right? So I made the salsa too. So the salsa, I got my tomatillos, I got my poblanos, serranos, all those good peppers, right? And I'm like, all right, you gotta roast them. You gotta roast the peppers before you throw them in the food processor or blender or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I was like, man, I got a good idea. I'm gonna take the peppers. So I took the peppers and I put them in the smoker for about an hour. So as the brisket is cooking in the smoker, I popped that thing open, threw all my peppers in there for the salsa. I'm telling you, the smoked salsa was probably like borderline better than the brisket. That was how good this salsa was. It was unbelievably good. So it was just like you had the smoked brisket tacos, right? And you take this salsa and throw it on there. Oh my God. That was probably like one of the best meals I've cooked since I've lived here. It was incredible. Anyway, one food thing for me, I don't know if I asked this before or not, but as a Marine, I'm sure you've had this. Do you like MREs? No, man. Nobody likes MREs. MREs are disgusting. MREs suck. And not only that, like I have to pay for it. So I get charged for the MREs. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm an officer, when I go to the field and I get MREs given to me, they check that out of my pay. So not only am I eating crappy food, MREs suck, they're terrible, and then I gotta pay for it on top of that. Like, no, hell no, I hate that stuff. Depends on the MRE. Some are kind of tasty and others taste like cardboard. Yeah, I mean, I've had MREs that didn't suck, like they were edible, right? Like, it's not like I'm sitting there like struggling to eat it. Like, I'll eat an MRE, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's what I have to eat, that's all I got, like, I will eat it, whatever, no big deal. But obviously, like, if I had a choice between an MRE and literally anything else, I would take literally anything else. That's just me. I personally like most MREs. You added the aromatics, that sounds delicious. Yeah, it was incredible. Plus the flavor from the meat and the salsa, yes. Shit on a cracker is better than the MRE. Big facts. Would you rather eat a bug over an MRE? Well, yeah, it depends on how you cook it, right? Like if I like saute that little sucker with some butter, maybe a little bit of salt and pepper, I would absolutely eat crickets or whatever. Name your edible bug that you can actually eat. I would absolutely eat that instead of an MRE for 100%. I feel like I need to drink a gallon of water after. Yeah, I meant without cooking. Oh, without cooking it? Well, I mean, even MREs are cooked, quote unquote, What kind of savage just eats, bugs raw? Like, I'm not trying to, like, survive out here. You know what I mean? We're not in survival mode. Like, I'll do anything I gotta do to survive, but, yeah. Dude, my dad makes shit on a cracker and adds more salt to it. Ugh. Is that like shit on a shingle? It's like the same thing? SOS? I mean, I love SOS. Like, you do, the gravy, like sausage gravy on a biscuit or something. Like, that's good stuff. Especially from Waffle House. Oh my goodness. Get that SOS from Waffle House. We didn't talk about that chip beef. Yes, chip beef, 100%. I'm all about that life. Yeah. Great hangover cure as well. So Waffle House, if you go to Waffle House and you're really, really hungover, which, if you're in a Waffle House and you're stone cold sober, I gotta question your life decisions a little bit. That's just me personally. But if you're in the Waffle House, you're really hungover, my hangover cure is you go like a triple order of hash browns and then you do all the way. So all the way means every single topping that they have, they will put it on the hash browns. So I'll do freaking triple order of hash browns all the way. Woo! That will cure your hangover 100, guaranteed, 100%. 100%. My mind went straight to survival personally. Yeah. To me, MREs are a decent survival food. Okay, if you're out in the woods and all you've got is, your choices are eating the foliage, right? Like finding some edible plants or bugs or an MRE. Yeah, but even in MREs, like you could go to REI and get the ready-to-eat meals from REI, and it's the same exact thing. You just need some warm water, some hot water, right? And as long as you got a way to boil water, which, as long as you can make fire, you can boil water, you can get better meals from REI than an MRE. I guarantee it. Bro, sausage, gravy, and biscuits? Oh, yes, please. I have a pic for you. Send it in Discord. Yes, absolutely. You want a healthier hangover cure? Cardio? Oh. Yeah, I got to sweat it out. Sweat it out with some cardio. I don't know. Like, if I'm really hungover, I'm probably just going to lift a little bit and call it a day. Or maybe go for a hike. That's about the extent of the cardio that I'm willing to do if I'm hungover. That's just me personally, of course. There are those crazy people out there that will like get super drunk the night before, be really hungover in the morning, and still be able to smash like a 5K or a 10K or whatever. Those people are freaks of nature, and I am not one of those people. Best hangover cure. It hurts like hell, but the elevated heart rate helps clear out the system. Yeah, I can see that. I find freeze-dried food to suck for survival. What if you can't find any water? Or, well, if you can't find any water, you got a different problem. Or if the only water you have is to drink. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Giggles and hide space. Yes. Yeah, I find freeze-dried food to suck. Yeah, I mean, I guess the assumption is that you're going to find some sort of water source, right? Like, that's, like, kind of, you need that within at least a day or two, you know? I PR'd a few 5Ks hungover. Woo! Dang. That is not me. I could not do that. So, kudos to you. Yes. Yeah, you have to prioritize water over food. Yeah, that's true. 3 days without water before you die, 3 weeks without food. Yep. Tracking. Well, that's like give or take, but yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. What is it? 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, something like that. Yeah. So, good times. Eagle Scout, do you ever watch any of the survival shows that are out there? Like, there's some really good ones. Like some of the reality TV shows. I'll die after a day without food or water. Yeah, see, so it's all relative, Quab knows his limits, all right? You got, I got to go for a bit. See you later. I don't really watch shows. Yeah, I got you. All right, see you in a bit, Eagle Scout. Appreciate you. Yeah, got to stay fueled, hydrated, all the good things. Quab, how's it going, man? How you doing? I hope you're having a good New Year's Eve so far. I was not successful in my attempt to hit 405 today. Yeah, I gotta keep my ass fueled. Yeah, we can't say ass in the chat. Is it caffeine or not caffeine? This is the question. What? That's a question? People, I say that, but I know for a fact that like Joe workouts, like Joe, she does not drink any coffee. I'm like, are you Mormon or something? Like, what's the deal with that? Like, you're not drinking it. You're not. She's like, my body's too pure for any drugs to enter my system. Like, that's a big no for me, dog. Look, I need caffeine. Eagles, Tigger? Oh, a trigger. Trigger mode for me, and poor Celty has to deal with me for the workout today. Yeah, so, I mean, if you've got, like, high anxiety or whatever, like, my wife has some, like, anxiety issues from time to time, and if you drink coffee that's super, like, really strong coffee, and you drink too much of it, yeah, you're going to be feeling it, and not in a good way. It makes me super bouncy. Hey, it's good though. You're burning more energy, right? Like, that's what I mean. Caffeine is a performance-enhancing drug, literally. I mean, it is proven. It will help you perform better in the gym, running, biking, aerobic, anaerobic, whatever exercise you're doing. Caffeine helps to increase blood flow. Therefore, it also helps increase your performance. So there you go. No caffeine for me today, doing some light workouts. I like it. Dude, I can't go a day. Like, caffeine, you want to talk, like, hey, water? Yeah. I need water every 3 days, but look, I need caffeine every 24 hours. That is a fact. If I don't have my caffeine, I'm going to have headaches. I'm going to have withdrawal symptoms, essentially. So I need that. I'm doing some rest and recovery today to prep me for tomorrow. Yeah, because you're doing that marathon tomorrow. New Year's Day marathon. Woo! Kicking the year off right. That's rough. Stretch and chug some water, my friend. Yeah, you got this. Yeah, Quab, I definitely need to hear that. Yeah, New Year's Day running crew, unite. Yeah, I'm probably going to do some sort of hike or run or something on New Year's Day as well. Something relatively light. Not like what you're doing, Quab. I'm going to be kicking my own butt. Yeah. Don't die. All right, that's my number one tip for you today. Just for tomorrow, I should say. Don't die. Keep moving. You know. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. That's about as simple as it gets for you, my friend. Just keep it moving. Don't die. They are calling 5 to 8 inches of snow tomorrow. Oh hell no. I'm going to Celsius and using his treadmill. Yeah, that's a good move. Snow? What's snow? If y'all if you don't hear from me, you already know what happened. You already know. Yeah, dead. Yeah, gross. Very gross. That I do not miss that. Like at least here in California, like if I want snow, I'll go drive a couple hours to go see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want the snow to come to me. You know, if I want to see snow, I'll go see it, right? I'll go drive up there and be like, yep, it's snow. Look at that. Yeah, the ice too. Oh yeah. I've definitely eaten shit multiple times in my driveway when I lived on the East Coast because it was icy and wet and cold and all that stuff. Like, no thanks. I really don't need that in my life at all. I don't miss it. I do. People are like, oh, I like having all the seasons. I'm like, yeah, you know what season I like? I like spring, I like summer, and I like fall. You know what season I don't like? Winter. And depending on where you're at in the East Coast or the Midwest, winter can last a really long time. It like starts in November and then it doesn't end until April. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to me, if it's below 50 degrees, it's wintertime. All right? It's winter weather is below 50 degrees. Okay? Yeah, I only like summer. Yeah, honestly, if I could just have summertime year round, I would 100% do that. Like, I would not even think twice. Would not think twice. I'd be like, yeah, summer 100% of the time. Yeah, thank you. The only reason I said spring and fall are cool is because it's still reasonably warm enough outside to be able to do things without freezing your ass off. Yeah, I'm originally from Florida. Yeah, winters in Kansas are rough. Yeah, forget that. No thanks. And you get all that wind in the middle of the country where it's flat as a board. You get all that wind too. Like, oh, hell no. Heck no. I ain't doing that. What do you think this is? I just like suffering for no reason? No. My friends pick on me because I'm officially a Midwesterner because last year I got excited when it warmed up to 30 degrees. Yikes. Yeah, forget that. Yeah, it was like, I train in my garage, and like even in New Jersey, I would train in the garage, and it's got no climate control in there. So if it's 18 degrees outside, well, guess what? It's probably maybe 20 degrees inside the garage, and that's freaking cold. You know how hard it is to work out when it's 20 degrees? You know, where you're working out? It's hard. It sucks. Yeah. It's been so cold where I am, and I freaking hate it. Yeah, forget that. I mean, it's like, look, it's 55 degrees in here, and I've been wearing sweatpants, and most of the time I've been wearing a sweatshirt too. Granted, I'm not wearing like a super heavy, super thick material, right? It's a relatively lightweight material, but still, like, I would much rather be in here in shorts and a t-shirt than freaking a sweatpants and a sweatshirt. That's just me. I don't know. I hate to complain because there are a lot of other people out there that got it much worse than us, and I got that. You know, everyone wants to be like, oh, well, my life is so much harder than yours. I'm like, okay, sure. My poor butt is trying not to increase my utility bill. Yeah, right? Like, it's hard out there. It's hard to pay bills right now, okay? Like, freaking, I ain't trying to, like, you know, run up I mean, I'm lucky I don't pay an electricity bill right now because I live on base. Yeah, I'm a whiner. Sandbagger. All right, see you in a bit, Nanera. Oh, man. Yeah, Nanera. She's sandbagging over there. Yeah. She's like, oh, this is so hard. And, like, makes it look easy. All right, sure. I'm already struggling to pay for food. Yeah. Just paying bills is tough right now, you know? It's like, nah, I'm trying to go somewhere where I pay the most minimal bills humanly possible. That's the goal. Yeah. I feel that. Right here. It's like, I already got these 2 kids. You know, I gotta pay for the kids. Gotta keep them alive. You know how hard it is to keep people alive? Especially the little kids. Man, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. I'll tell you what, man. It's fun, though. It's fun, but yeah. Gotta pay them bills. Woo. That's rough. I'm about to buy me some boxes of MREs. Oh my god. I actually got a box over there. Actually, you can see it on the screen. That box right there. That's a box of MREs. It's like a break in case of emergencies. Honestly, they're probably not even good. Because you do, despite what some people may believe, you do have to keep them in like a climate controlled like area. So I would be willing to bet that I should probably throw that out because I feel like that's been sitting there for at least a year or two. So yeah, I do have a box of MREs right there, and that's like a break glass in case of emergency type thing. The only reason I keep it in there is because of the earthquakes. So like a big earthquake hits, and for some reason we don't have power and we don't have a way to cook or get food or whatever. I at least have MREs, and we could eat that for, a day or two, a couple days. Hopefully power comes back on, or it gives us enough time to get in the car and get out of here. I don't know. So, yeah. I got 2 boxes in my my food shelf. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. I'm not a fan of MREs, but hey, like in a pinch, if it's all you've got and you need it to survive and just to keep moving up, get some fuel in your body, it does the trick, okay? It's good enough. It's not perfect, but it works. So, yeah. Yeah, I hate MREs too. They're the worst. They really are. They're not great. So, and there are some MREs that are not terrible, right? But like, that's just like saying like, okay, like this tastes like crap, but this one, doesn't taste like total crap. It just tastes a little bit like crap. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I used to do that too. Like if you're in the field and you just don't have time to sit down and actually heat up your main meal and all that stuff, like it is what it is. Like you just gotta eat it cold if you don't have the time to heat it up. But yeah, that's no bueno. That's some savagery right there. Eating your MRE cold. No thanks. Like I don't like doing that. Like I'm good. I will wait until I have time to heat up the main meal. Yeah, I don't have time to be making no gourmet food. And there's some people that really will go through the effort to try and make their MRE as tasty as humanly possible. And yeah, it's just, I get it. You got to get whatever joy you can get while you're out in the field, but that's a big, yeah. I'm not jumping through the hoops to do that, man. I'm like, I'll just eat what I got. I'll try to heat it up if I have time, but yeah. Oh man. Food is food. Eat that crap and go. I 100% agree. I 100% like up to a certain point, right? Up to a certain point, I don't. If I'm in the field, I'm not going to complain all that much about an MRE because it's better than nothing. But yeah, at the end of the day, hey, look, food is fuel. Like, let's not get wrapped up around the axle about like what kind of food or any of that kind of stuff. Like, hey, look, I'm just gonna eat it. All right, I gotta eat to survive. So we're doing this thing. We're doing it. We're doing it live. Yeah. Well, man. Ooh, I have finished my coffee. I'm at the very bottom of this coffee. It's a dark roast. I'm not a huge fan of dark roast, but it's all right. It's not too bad. The flavor is good. There's strong flavor here in this dark roast coffee. Brought to you by Black Rifle Coffee Company. Every time I was in the field, I prayed for hot meals. Yeah, you gotta get that hot chow in the field. Even if that's not good, that's definitely 1,000 times better than an MRE. Getting that hot chow, oh yeah. And they'll always come through with like the cookies and like desserts and stuff, or not always, but they will try to. Yeah, getting that hot chow in the field, that's money. Especially if it's cold. If it's cold outside and you get that hot chow, oh yeah, yes sir. That's great. Oh my goodness, yeah. Cafeteria chow is 10 times better than an MRE. Yeah, that is a fact. Yeah, chow hall food is still 10 times better than an MRE. That is 100% true, 100% of the time. Yeah. So have you seen these new MREs that it's like one giant MRE but it has like all the calories you need for a whole day. Have you seen these? They're very different than your normal MRE. Yeah, I forget what they call them. There's like a specific name for them. I would have to ask some of my field mess friends that I know, some of the food Marines that I know, food service Marines that I know, what it's called. I think they're called like Impact MREs, or like, it's like something like some hokey name, you know. But they're kind of cool because it's like I want to say there's like 3,000. There's like 3 to 4. It's like actually it might even be like 4 to 5,000 calories in like one like kind of bigger MRE, and you open that thing up and you like kind of break it down into like it's a lot of different snacks and stuff. They're kind of cool. I have definitely eaten one of those in like one sitting all at one time. Not recommended. They're definitely supposed to be eaten throughout the day. All right. Well, I'm pretty much done here. I'm done for the day. That's it. Deadcember is over. It's been a fun ride. It's been a really fun time. I think we're going to go and raid someone. We're going to go see who's out there. All right. We got Daya. Got Cole Runnings. I think Daya is working out later than he normally does because I think he's on vacation or something. So let me see here. Let's go raid Diamondo. Let's go raid Diamondo Fit. Let's see here. Let's see. We're going to go raid the homie Diamondo Fit. Good dude. Very fit. Very good looking. Attractive. All the things. He's a bodybuilder. He's trying to get the big muscles and look good, which he does a very good job of doing. But yeah, we're going to end it. We're going to end it here. It's time to go. Raid. We're going to do, boom, Diamondo _ fit. Oops. _ fit. Boom. Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, thanks, Quav. Thanks for popping in. Good luck on that marathon tomorrow, man. Enjoy that. Hope you complete that successfully without any issues. Don't forget to take the kids to the Funko shop. Yeah, that's probably not happening today. It's probably going to be Sunday. But thank you. We will definitely do that. Very excited for that. Let's do it.
So there's technically just 6 sets of dips with the rep count somewhere between 8 to 10. That's not enough dip work for me. I can do dips till the cows come home. Like if Jeff Nippard can't hold his own weight on his arms, that's his fucking problem. If he thinks 8 to 10 reps on 6 sets is good, okay. Like that don't work for me. Like that 20 reps didn't even, like the 20 reps on those dips did not faze me in the slightest. And I don't want to put on my weighted vest or fucking, I already have like, yeah. So it's super annoying. Stuff for sorts. Man out here. Come on, dude. Work out.